Sitting down with us in the Country Suite hot seats here at Buffalo Bills training camp last day, Richie Incognito. Richie, thanks for the time, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, Duffy.
All right, so I got to tell you before we start, I owe you a huge thank you. Because we've talked about this on the show before, but I don't think I ever told this story.
Yeah.
So my old man has a massive heart attack. And, he's dead, essentially dead. He drives himself to the hospital, crashes into the hospital. No bill for that, by the way, which is nice.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, we were convinced he was going to die, and after everything is good, they weren't sure how long he was dead for.
Yeah.
So they thought he might have brain damage, and more than he actually had to begin with.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out where his wits are at, and one of the folks at the hospital pulls me aside, and he listens to the show, and he goes, "You guys are in with the Bills, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Your dad's a diehard Bills fan." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "There's been studies that have shown that if somebody is a fan of someone and they get a personalized message from that person, it can help reconnect things in people's brains." Now, my dad at this point, Richie, he didn't know me, my brother, my sisters. Like, we're at the hospital 24/7. He has no idea who we are. So I reach out to the Bills, and in 10 minutes, Richie, you're at the Pro Bowl, and you taped a video wishing my father well, and I can't thank you enough, man. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Such a cool story. It's pretty awesome.
Well, here's where it gets a little weird. So, Richie, my dad sees the video, and he's thrilled. Now, he hasn't really spoken or said anything, and he sees this video, and he's thanking you like he thought you were on FaceTime. And, "I love Richie," and he starts talking about how great you are, and all of a sudden, all these things start connecting in his brain. It was amazing. Like, all of this stuff starts coming back that he hadn't remembered.
You're a faith healer, basically.
Basically at this point.
So when you're done with football, you got that to look forward to.
All of these things come back except for the names of me and my brother and my siblings.
So it's a full recovery.
Well, I'm sorry I'm a lot more popular in your dad's mind than you.
That's just it.
I apologize.
But my sisters got so pissed. Like, my dad, he's pulling the nurses in to watch his video, and Richie's talking about me and all this stuff. "Who's this?" "Oh,
Who's this schmo?"
that's exactly what it was. So, but man, it's amazing the impact that you guys have on people. I mean, it's more than you realize. That my father, who doesn't recognize his own children, sees you and immediately lights up and his brain starts working again.
It really is special. I think, being a younger athlete, I had no idea the platform that we had or what our message, I had no idea what my message was, but I really didn't understand what my message carried. And now that I'm getting a little older and I see what impact an athlete can have with so little time. Our impact goes so far and goes so wide. It's really a cool thing. It's something that I'm trying to harness in my personal life and, really just make an impact in people's lives.